Hi friends, today I want to come on and read a story to you, and that story is The Tiny Seed. Now this story, the author is Eric Carle. So that means, what did he do if he's the author? What did Eric Carle do? That's right, the author writes the book. Now guess what? He's also the illustrator. So what else did he do? Right, he's in charge of making the pictures too. All right, do you know what part of the book this is? This is called the front cover, and this is the back cover, right? And this is the spine. Very good. So glad you still remember the parts of a book. All right, so the story I chose today, The Tiny Seed, this is a story and it's going to tell us about how one tiny seed turns into a beautiful flower. I can't wait to find out about it. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? Now, do you know what autumn is? Autumn is just a fancy word for the season fall. Look, the seeds are all flying over the trees. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed, it still sails on with the others. Here's our tiny seed. Oh, look, there's our tiny seed. It's smaller than the others. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Can you find the tiny seed? Let's see, where's the tiny seed? Oh, there's our tiny seed. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and it drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. Can you find the tiny seed? Yep, there it is. And they're all flying over the ocean. One seed drifts down into the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it up with the others. Now, a seed couldn't survive in the desert because the desert doesn't get much water. And we know that plants need water to grow. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down to the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird doesn't even see it. See the seeds? Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse does not see it. So now the seeds are under the ground and under the snow. See, the snow is on top of the seeds. Because remember they said it's winter. And winter is when it's cold and we get snow. Oh, now it is spring, just like it is now. Here. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. The birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, and the seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send their roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up towards the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big, fat weed. and it takes all the sunlight and rain away from one of the small new plants, and that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't even begun to grow yet. It'll be too late. Hurry! But it finally starts to grow into a plant. See, the plants need air, and they need sunlight, and they need rain. Those are all very important things that plants need to grow. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child doesn't even see the plants as he runs along and he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. Oh, you want to be careful of plants. If you step on them, they won't be able to grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. Let's count them. So here's our tiny plant. 1, 2, 3 leaves. And they say that this plant has 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, it does. Uh-oh, what is happening? First, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them. Oh, we know about shadows, right? Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. Uh-oh, somebody picked it. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. Oh, that was nice. Nice for the friend. Now it is summer. The tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. I have never seen a flower taller than my house. Have you? That's tall. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower either. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind. But the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod pops open. Out come tiny seeds that quickly sail away, far with the wind. Just like in the beginning of the story. That's how this flower started, right? As a tiny seed sailing along with the wind. So that means that all of these little seeds that are sailing along with the wind, some of them are going to land and become beautiful flowers too. The other thing I liked about this is, remember, this seed, he wasn't the fastest seed. He didn't fly the highest, and he didn't grow the quickest either. But he ended up still being a tall, beautiful flower. Thank you so much for listening to this story with me, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you again soon. Bye.